If it's Monday, it's time to ask Big Daddy, our real estate expert, Bryan Garrity. Bryan couldn't join us in studio this morning, but we didn't want to let a Monday go by without checking in with him. So joining us by phone, Bryan Garrity. Hey, Big Daddy, how you doing?
Mark, how are you? I'm sorry. Missed you guys. Missed my SDL family. I feel like a rock star calling in, though.
Hey, we reserve that for rock stars.
Okay.
Nobody else is allowed to do that, okay?
It's like I'm calling in like a Madonna. She can't make the studio, but she can make the phone. So
That's right. Okay, we've got your lovely picture up on the screen right now, so there you go.
Oh, my.
Hey, we want to talk about title insurance today because our Ask Big Daddy question for the day is, do you really need title insurance in real estate investing? Well, what about it?
Well, answer to that question is you absolutely do. Title insurance is something that you're going to have on any transaction, anytime you're buying or selling property. Real estate investors, I think the reason we're getting this question more is you have to understand there's different kinds of title. But when you buy your home, you need what's called marketable title. And marketable title means the title that you have is free of any encumbrances. There's no liens on it. There's nothing that could glitch the title should you sell your house to someone else, etc.
It means you really own the home, is what the bottom line, isn't it?
You haven't done anything funky, and you haven't made anyone mad and got sued, or had a lien attached to the property, anything crazy like that. You own that home. You own that home, and maybe not necessarily free and clear, but you own the home with mortgages, but mortgages that are paid on time. Now, when you go late on mortgages, when you make people angry and they litigate against you and they attach your home, that changes the nature of the title. And that can turn into what's called an insurable or clouded title. And these little banks, not the big ones, as much as we love to slap them around, we can't slap them around here because they do take care of their business when it comes to them taking a property back, reselling it on the market. The banks make sure for the most part that there is marketable title. However, you have some of these ghetto little banks that, run amok, or these little private investors that buy these homes that have glitches on it, and these glitches are still associated with the title, and it's an insurable title. So you can take possession of the house, and then the title has glitches on it like we're talking about, but yet it's still insurable, and it's insurable based on you remedying or curing those defects. Now, that could be a big expense for somebody. So
sure, if there's a lien on the home, for example, you would take it as an insurable title and say, I agree to clean up all these liens in order to get clear title?
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
But you've got, what you need to do is you need to be working with a title company that can give you at minimum, preliminary title report. Like I work with Lawyers Title. There's a lot of them out there. There's Chicago Title, Fidelity. I mean, there's the major players out there that can do what's called dig downs on the addresses, and it will give you all the transactions that are either currently applicable to the lien or to the title, or something that's been already resolved. But it's really important that if you're going to be investing and if you're going to be buying off-brand small group investors, and it might be perfectly good people, don't get me wrong, but you got to make sure that what's being resold has clear title. Or if the title's not clear, you understand what the nature of the defects to that title are and are willing to assume curing those. Because if you don't cure those, you'll never be able to resell that property because no one will be able to get a loan on it, number one, and most people are not going to buy a residence that have problems with the title.
All right, so if somebody tells you you don't need it, that's absolutely not true, and that's the word of the day. Bryan Garrity, as always, I'm going to tell folks if they need any questions answered, your number's on the screen. It's the Garrity Group, and we hope to see you back here in the studio next Monday.
Definitely. Miss you guys. Sorry about today. Thanks, Mark.
No worries. It's still good information. Folks got it.
I appreciate it. Take care, everybody.
All right, you too. Thanks, Bryan. Now, for more information, you go to san-diego6.com. You click on San Diego Living. Don't forget, Bryan is an expert in distressed properties, but he'd love to talk to you if you're just buying or selling just that good old normal average home that doesn't have any complications. That's even better. But if you got problems, Bryan's the guy to talk to.